Lexie Hull's mother Jamie Hull shares wholesome reaction as Fever star drops her Texas getaway pics. When Lexie Hull, the Indiana Fever's shining young star, posted a string of breathtaking photos from her Texas getaway, fans were immediately taken in by the stunning scenery, her natural smile, and the calm energy radiating from every frame. But among the hundreds of comments praising her beauty, elegance, and choice of destination, one response stood out from the rest, a heartfelt and wholesome message from her biggest supporter, her mother, Jamie Hull. The post had all the makings of a perfect social media moment. Lexie, dressed in a casual summer outfit, posed against the backdrop of wide Texas skies, rustic ranch settings, and golden sunsets that seemed to capture the very essence of freedom and serenity. The snapshots, some candid and others obviously shot with care and artistic intention, showcased a side of Lexie that fans don't always get to see during the hustle and intensity of the WNBA season. She looked relaxed, joyful, and grounded, miles away from the hardwood, yet still very much in her element. For her mother Jamie Hull, the pictures stirred emotions that went deeper than simple admiration. As the woman who watched Lexie grow from a determined young athlete in Spokane into a poised and powerful professional basketball player, Jamie's reaction wasn't just one of aesthetic appreciation, it was the reaction of a proud, loving mother who has been beside her daughter through every sacrifice, every triumph, and every leap of faith. And in that moment, she couldn't hold back her joy. Jamie's comment on the post didn't attempt to steal attention. It didn't read like a fan gushing over a celebrity. Instead, it was a few simple lines that managed to say so much. "You look so happy, Lex. These pictures fill my heart. I love seeing you smile like this. Enjoy every moment." The words may have been brief, but their sincerity rang loud. Fans flooded the comment with likes, clearly touched by the purity of a mother's love shining through on a public platform. It wasn't the first time Jamie had supported her daughter so openly, but this particular moment felt especially tender. As Lexie continues to rise in her career and establish herself as a reliable force in the WNBA, it's easy for outsiders to focus solely on her on-court achievements. But the whole family story is a reminder that every great athlete is also someone's child, someone who learned to shoot in their driveway, who got pep talks before school tournaments, who was taught not just how to win, but how to carry herself with grace. For Lexie, whose demeanor has always reflected kindness and humility, it's clear that her character is rooted in the values passed down from her parents. Jamie Hull, in particular, has been a guiding force in Lexie's life, not just as a parent, but as a mentor, encourager, and emotional anchor. Their bond has always been visible in subtle but powerful ways, and moments like this one, shared in a comment section, yet echoing volumes, serve as a reminder of that unshakable connection. The Texas trip itself seemed like a well-earned break. Coming off an intense WNBA stretch and with the season fast approaching, Lexie likely embraced the chance to reset her spirit, connect with nature, and just be herself away from the noise. Her pictures painted a narrative of peace, horses grazing under open skies, quiet walks along dusty trails, sips of lemonade under porch lights, and laughter that seemed to echo off the landscape. It was the kind of simplicity that nourishes the soul, and Jamie, more than anyone, could tell how much her daughter needed and appreciated that. Fans immediately responded not just to the photos, but to the interaction between mother and daughter. Many commented how beautiful it was to see that kind of support in the public eye. Others mentioned how refreshing it felt to witness a social media post that wasn't about likes or filters, but about genuine emotion. In an era where online presence can feel artificial, Lexie and Jamie's exchange was a breath of authenticity that people deeply connected with. Beyond the sentiment, there's something poetic about the timing of it all. Lexie is still early in her WNBA journey, a young athlete finding her rhythm in a league full of veterans and rising stars. There's pressure. There are expectations. But there's also joy, especially when balanced with moments like these, where the person behind the athlete is allowed to just be, and where those who love her most can remind her of how far she's come. Jamie Hull's reaction didn't go unnoticed by fellow players and fans alike. A few WNBA peers dropped comments too, including former college teammates and Fever staff, applauding not just the trip, but the energy Lexie brought into it. One fan wrote, "You can always tell when someone is loved deeply. You wear it like a light." Another said, "The mother-daughter relationship here is everything." "Jamie, you raised a phenomenal human being." And Jamie, in her own calm and graceful manner, engaged with fans, liking their comments and replying to a few with warm words of her own. It wasn't just about celebrating Lexie, it was about connecting with a community of people who admire her not just for what she does, but for who she is. The story doesn't end with a single trip, of course. If anything, this moment adds another layer to Lexie's journey, a journey that is very much still unfolding. Her time in Texas may have been short, but it left an impression. The photos, full of light and laughter, seemed to signal a chapter of renewal. And Jamie's reaction sealed that sentiment. She wasn't just proud of Lexie the athlete, she was proud of Lexie the woman.